Welcome back to the Vintage Vinyl Basement. Jeffrey Lee Puckett, music writer, Courier Journal. Tom Heiser, content producer, czar / king of all
It's
media.
a lot of time. Yeah, I like the Howard Stern, the king of all media. There you go.
We're going to do the king of all guitarists.
Hooray! All around. Don't go. Never happy. In misery. Whatever it is, that girl put a spell on me.
I think a lot of people would agree that Jimi Hendrix is at least in the top 3 all time.
And we may be underdressed here. Oh, he's back. Yeah, he's on our board. He's back there. But we have no crushed velvet.
Nope.
We have no crushed velvet. We have no floppy hats this week.
I did partially choke on some vomit this weekend. So
well, aren't we in fine fettle this episode? No, he is the undisputed king. There are a lot of great guitarists that we've talked about in this show, but no, we're not going to.
Yeah. And Jimmy's been a bit in the news lately. Andre 3000 from Outkast has done a biopic of Jimmy that is supposed to be excellent. It's kind of slowly working its way around the country, so keep an eye out for it. But we're going to pick our top 10 favorite Jimi Hendrix songs. Heiser?
Time to get a little patriotic. I'm going to start with the Star Spangled Banner. Enough said. It deserves a place in any top 10. I'll go with that. Number 9, Voodoo Child with the D. As you have mentioned, it has. There are 2 versions of it. One without the D, but since we are both bunny bred, I'm going with the D. Number 8, Bold as Love. Love that song. That never gets enough air. Never gets played enough on the air.
So right about that.
Number 7, I fought, but I had to keep it a little bit lower than maybe I wanted with Little Wing. And number 6, Purple Haze.
There you go.
It's in my brain.
You know, a guy's got good songs when
Purple, exactly. That's a very good, very astute observation.
My list is almost all the first 3 albums, the Jimi Hendrix Experience albums. I did throw in, though, at number 10, Band of Gypsys, Machine Gun.
Here we go.
Possibly one of the most unhinged guitar performances ever captured on record. It's a live album. Boom, Bold as Love, number 9.
Bold as Love.
Number 8, Castles Made of Sand. Axis Bold as Love is probably my favorite Hendrix album, so that pops up a lot. Manic Depression.
A common thread on this show.
When I heard that song as a child, I thought, I don't know what that is, but I bet I have it. It turned out to be right. And 6 is Fire from the first album.
Okay.
I love that song.
That's strong again. What must be in the top 5?
I don't
songs
know.
like Purple Haze and Fire down in the bottom 6.
Let's see.
The bottom 5. Okay, let's kick it off. This is probably a little too generic. I probably shouldn't have done this, but I do love Foxy Lady. Coming to get you. I got to have it.
There were a few moments on this list where I did leave off super famous songs just because I'm a little tired of them.
We've said that too. We've almost said that too many times. Is it a cop-out?
I don't know if it's a cop-out, because it does give you the opportunity to shine a light on some lesser-known songs, such as Bold as Love.
That's true. And I would argue that I probably should have had Little Wing. I could have easily transposed the 2. But I do. But Foxy Lady, it's been, Wayne and Garth, those other 2 guys who did a show in the basement. A little too played out on there, in their shtick, but you have to just step aside and listen to the music again, listen to that song again. As I went back and forth between that and Little Wing, I had to have it up there. Speaking
of Little Wing, what I didn't take the studio version because I think it's a little bit underwritten. It's only 2 minutes, 30 seconds or something like that. It barely gets going before the song's over. But I love the version on Hendrix in the West, which was a posthumous live album. It's about twice as long. So they really get a thing going on that one.
I like getting a thing going. And nobody can get a thing going better than Jimmy and the Experience. And at number 4, Stone Free.
Oh, I forgot about Stone Free.
Absolutely. That's why. That is why. Oh, man, that is such a... It's hard for me to believe. Sometimes, and of all the Hendrix songs, it's hard for me to believe when I close my eyes that 3 guys are churning that out.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a perfect rock and roll. Let's say a fusion. We haven't talked about that. This kind of hard rock and roll plus this kind of psychedelic fusion.
Yeah.
It wasn't bubblegummy or by far, but there's just a little bit of hint of that. Obviously, with the way they've got the all out psychedelic look. But that is a hard rock. Let's say it's an acid song.
I mean, there are a bunch of Hendrix songs that are proto-metal. I mean,
easily.
I mean,
easily.
they just sound. There was Sabbathy moments in about a year before Sabbath.
Free.
My number 4 is another song from Axis, Boat is Love. If 6 was 9.
Oh.
It's got that
Deep
really, which is a Sabbath riff.
Yeah, okay.
But pre-Sabbath riff.
They're hoping soon my kind of drop and die, but I'm gonna wave my freak flag high. High! Wow! If the sun fall mountains, just don't fall on me.
And then it goes into this awesome, just trippy. It's the album where he really got into doing little vocal loops and ticks and things. That was the one he says, "Fall mountain, don't fall on me."
Yeah, nice, excellent choice. Well, number 3, I'm going with doo 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 Crosstown Traffic.
I love that song a lot.
I think we're going to hear a little bit more about that here fairly soon. But there is just that whole that whole underlying that whole psychedelic riff, but then it's a really, really hard guitar. I love that. The whole idea of that the girls is hard to is trying to get across track. I love that.
I'm not the only souls accused of hit and run. Tire tracks all across your back. I can see you had your fun, but darling, can't you see my signals turn from green to red? And with you, I can see a traffic jam straight up ahead. You're just like so hard to get through to you.
I love that. Fantastic tune.
I'm going to go with Are You Experienced, the title track from the first album. Short little story about that.
And now, story time with Jeffrey Lee Puckett.
My introduction to Southern Comfort was...
You mean being here from the South is what you're saying.
Was one night it started on the 7th hole at Seneca Golf Course.
Wow.
And,
is there a statute of limitations?
I sure hope so.
Okay.
This was quite a while ago. But my mom was out of town, so my friend Alan and I got so drunk and probably had funny cigarettes as well.
Oh my gosh! You're the youth out there that are watching the show. Don't listen to Jimi Hendrix.
Don't listen to
this song.
I'm not advocating this, but it was awesome fun. And then we played the first Hendrix album, and I felt like my brain had been stoved in with a syringe full of psychedelics.
Wow, I thought you were going to...
It was nuts, and I have not touched Southern Comfort since.
This has been Story Time with Jeffrey Lee Puckett.
It ties in perfectly. That is the Jimi Hendrix experience. It's getting loaded, on a golf course, and and getting your head stoved.
But who in your measly little world are you trying to prove that you're made out of gold and can't be sold? So, are you experienced?
Excellent. excellent.
Thank you.
Now I'm gonna. There's been a lot of love going on in this show, and we're both really into this. I'm probably gonna make you mad at number 2 because you hate when I do this.
Uh-oh.
It's All Along the Watchtower.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you hate when I do it. It's a Bob Dylan song, but I will say this: as much as I love the fact that it's Bob Dylan,
Yeah.
I will take this version of it every time.
Yes.
6 days a week and twice on Sunday if I have to be so folky.
I agree. I prefer it.
I do prefer this. And funny enough, I actually like the U2 cover of it. So I mean, I don't want to say that I'll take anybody but Bob Dylan. I'll take his writing of it, but I think Hendrix's guitar this really makes it come alive a lot more than than Bob's version.
Yeah,
so I truly love this version.
My number 2 is a very minor cheat because these songs sort of splice together. I've always considered it one song. It's the opening track of from Electric Ladyland.
Okay.
And The Gods Made Love, which is one of his real super trippy, like dreamy sort of where you're not even sure what's going on. And then it goes right into the really sweet, very Curtis Mayfield-like, Have You Ever Been to Electric Ladyland? I mean, that's a soul song.
While we fly right over the love-filled sea, look up ahead, I see the love land. Soon you will understand.
Coming right after this, God's Making Love freak out that's panning back and forth and going around the whole stereo wild effects, and then it goes right into this really straightforward kind of soul song. I always loved that transition.
Well, we are transitioning now to our top.
Our number 1.
Our number 1s. And with me, it's do, 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 and the wind cries Mary. I absolutely love that do, 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 that whole riff in there. And the wind cries Mary, boom, boom. There's just something, again, we're so used to the psychedelic, the manic nature of these songs. And this one is just, you got to come down on this one. But I think it's from top to bottom his best song.
Somewhere a cave has no wife. The wind cries, Mary. All right, man.
Well, I mean, his music is certainly seriously blues-based.
Oh, yeah.
And he just took it to extremes.
There's no extreme in this. Maybe that's why.
Well, you're right, it's a very simple song. It's also just the perfect example of that fluid sort of style he had on guitar where it just seems like water pouring, it seems so effortlse. I went with Crosstown Traffic at number 1.
Excellent. And easily could have been any of our either our number 1s.
Yeah, it's just, it always, I just love it. It feels to me like he listened maybe a little bit to the Revolver album by the Beatles and said, I can do that better.
That's a nice take. I like that.
Because it's pop. I think it's very poppy, but it's very hard, and it has just a little bit of a psychedelic thing. I think sometimes you just assume Jimmy's psychedelic because he just seemed to be the epitome of that approach and that feel. But just an amazing riff, an amazing song, and my favorite Jimi Hendrix.
You come from front of my car when you know all the time that 90 miles an hour, girl, is the speed I drive. You tell me it's alright. You don't mind a little pain. You say you just want me to take you for a drive. You're just like, stop, say, get through.
But But this is a strong list.
Except for All Along the Watchtower.
I knew it was going to make you mad. But there is a reason it's there. So.
All right, check them out. Send in your own versions to our Facebook page, CJ Vinyl. You can tweet at us, also at CJ Vinyl, and we'd be happy. I would love to hear from some of those Hendrix freaks who have bought the 70 posthumous albums of outtakes and unreleased tracks. I'm sure there are some great songs buried in all those albums, but there's no way I was going to wade through all that stuff. There's no way.
Plenty of yard sales left to hit, JLP, so don't count it out.
All right.
Jeffrey,
Hey, Mom, what's going on?
did I ever tell you where I made out with Jimmy?
Oh,
She's experienced, so the answer is yes. Mama's
the
experienced.
question is just how experienced. No, I don't know if you mentioned that.
All along the watchtower.
See, she likes it.
Every bit of the watchtower.
I was getting late. Oh, yeah.
Oh, can we wrap this up now?
All right.
All right. Thanks for joining us here at Vintage Vinyl. We'll come back next time. We're going to take a look at one of Heiser's favorite bands. I'm not going to tell you who.
It's a
the
mystery.
polar opposite of Jimi Hendrix
Yes.
Experience. All right. Check you out later. Bye.
La